Today I am going to be doing another first impressions, and this is going to be on the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I was really excited the moment I saw that this was here, and I also wanted the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, but I didn't want the matte and poreless one because I'm a little bit of a dry skinned girl these days. So I just got the concealer, and I have it in the shade 20 Sand Sable. Now before I actually get into the first impressions and we find out what I actually think about it, I do want to tell you some things that I have already thought about it. The first thing is that I know for a fact that this comes in various shades in the US, but in India Maybelline has only launched it in 3 shades, which is light, medium and dark. And as per usual, the dark does nothing for anybody with dark skin, unless somebody has like medium dusky skin and wants a highlighting concealer, that like gives them a bright under eye area. That maybe, just perhaps, but otherwise if you actually want it for concealing purposes, which is what I have got mine for, there is nothing available for dark skin girls. In fact, the skin tone selection is such that the lightest one is just a little light for me, so if I want it for highlighting purposes I can have it, but my regular skin tone is in medium, so you can imagine that the shade range is absolutely crappy. And I really hate it when companies do that, since I know that they are available in various shades in the US. Why couldn't they have just launched the same shades? It is true that India and Asia in general has a really wide variety of shades. Your shade and my shade will never be exactly the same, so I don't like that. But having said that, I have been lucky enough, I have found my shade, and I am in the shade, as I mentioned, 20 Sand Sable. Having said that, let's just get into the first impressions. um, it does retail for 500, which is not very expensive. It's not very cheap. It's certainly mid-range. It's about what you would expect Maybelline products to be priced over here, and you get 6.8 ml of product. So yeah, this is what the packaging looks like. I'm not sure that it's glass. I don't think it's glass. I think it's just plastic, and it's going to be a wand applicator, I assume. It doesn't have any ingredients mentioned anywhere. So this is how the packaging is. I had expected a doe foot applicator, so I'm not surprised. And okay, at the back of my hand, it swatches extremely soft. As you can see, this is the shade, what it looks like, and upon blending, it is still just a little light for me, just a little bit, but you can barely tell, so it's going to be fine. And this is what it looks like completely blended away. It blended very easily just by tapping and all that, so that's good. And yeah, so far so good. Let us try a little bit under our eyes and on our acne scars. Right now I have nothing on my face except for moisturizer and a little bit of very light coverage foundation. I am wearing the Lakme Skin Natural foundation in Pearl, and yeah, it's very light coverage and very easy to wear, so I thought what best to try out a concealer with, right? Let's just take a little bit and apply. I'm going to be applying it under my eyes, but not to highlight, and in the inner corner as well, just to cancel out that darkness. And we'll move on to the other parts of the face later. I've heard that this melts into your skin just with your fingers, so that's how I'm going to try and use it, just by tapping it. That's what I've heard, how to use it well. I'm also wearing eye makeup, as you can see. Not a lot, just some eyeliner and some mascara. Nothing much. So yes, it is easy to blend, and it did sort of the shade is okay for my skin. I'm going to take it a little bit onto my eyelids as well, whatever's left behind. It is very easy to blend. There's no denying that. There, blended. I don't know if you can tell, but it has been blended quite easily and quite softly, so that's always good. Let's do the other side as well. I'm trying very hard not to pull at anything and just patting this in place because nobody wants wrinkles, right? Okay, this side was a little easier to blend. I think I let it sit for a couple seconds before I blended, so maybe that's why. I don't really know yet, it's just a first impressions, but this side was easier to blend. But it did blend away into nothingness, which is wonderful. I really like that. I like the effect it has. It's not very brightening, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much makeup, and that's always a good thing. So yeah, and it did sort of cancel out my dark circles to a pretty great extent. But it doesn't feel tacky. It basically feels like nothing. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything anymore. It's just completely blended away, and that's always a good thing. Anyway, let's try a little bit of this on our acne scars, right? I don't have, my acne isn't too bad, but let's test it out anyway on the sides of our face as well, because I tend to get a little dark there. Do I need it anywhere else? No, I'm okay. And it has managed to do its job. It has concealed, does appear, and I really still don't, I now I feel like I'm wearing a little bit of makeup, but it's still nothing bad, and I'm pretty sure that after I set it with a little bit of powder, it's going to feel even better. But yeah, it seems to have done its job. It's concealed all the dark pigmentation. Naturally, the pimples and the bumps and all, they cannot be concealed with makeup because they're out of the skin. They're three-dimensional, so that's not going to be done. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like it quite a bit. So except for the shade range, etc., that I don't really care for a lot. And since I'm in the medium shade, I I think if you can find your shade in this right now, I feel like, go for it. It won't do you any wrong. It's very lightweight, and now that the concealer on my face is also sort of settled, it doesn't feel very, and it settled quite quickly. It doesn't feel tacky, or it doesn't feel heavy or anything, and I don't think it looks heavy. So it doesn't even look heavy. It doesn't look like I'm wearing much. So yeah, so far so good. First impressions is really great. On the basis of first impressions, yes, I recommend go and buy if you can find your shade. I recommend, I really do. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this first impressions. I didn't have much to say because I don't know how this is going to wear, etc. But it did do its job. I don't have very deep under eye dark circles anymore. I don't have a lot of pigmentation anymore. It has all been concealed, and so far so good, right? If you like this, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. If you have any requests for me for any kind, do post in the comments below, whether it is a tutorial or a review or a how to or whatever. If you want me to do some kind of tag, let me know in the comments below and I will have it ready for you. And yeah, I think that's about it. Do follow me everywhere. I have my entire social media, that is my Facebook and my Instagram. Yeah, my entire social media. I have it, and my email linked in the description box. So do follow me everywhere and add me everywhere, and yeah, let's be friends. So this is it for my first impressions. I will now go put on the rest of my makeup and ready to go out, and I will see you next time. Bye.